In this video, we're going to talk about the surest way to fail in Ghana. Why am I being so negative? Well, there is something known as inversion thinking. Now, inversion thinking is instead of thinking about all the stuff to do right, instead, you look at the stuff that you could do wrong to ruin your life. Then you do the opposite of that. It's a lot easier. Living in Ghana is more of an art than it is science. What do I mean by that? Well, if you live in the Western societies like, London, New York, America, blah, 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 they do have the system in place. Everything is straightforward. If you fill out a business registration online or whatever it is, straightforward 1 week, 2 weeks, you will get it. You apply for your social security, you got it, right? Everything is kind of systemized and you can predict where it's going to go. That's what I mean. It's more scientific. They figure it out. Over the years, they've put a system in place and it's more scientific. Well, living in Ghana is an art. Like, it's so much of an art that you can actually work for somebody for 1 year and they will not pay you, right? It's crazy out here. So you do have to know how to go about it as an artist, right? Artists dance, you paint, you go through sideways to make it work, right? So this video, living in Ghana is an art and you're going to become an artist. One of the surest way to fail in Ghana is being unpolitical. Why am I saying that? I will actually make this very simple. I'm going to give you guys my personal story, right? As you guys are aware, I'm in court right now, right? Somebody took me to court over my land, having legit documentation. And I'm like, who in the right mind would take me to court? Having what I have, title, possession, haven't done so much, the business I'm supposed to operate, you're going to owe me so much. Why in the world would you do that? Upon reflecting on this fact for 2 years, I came to realize that I landed in court because I came to this country very Americanized. I didn't know how to play the political game as I know now. The guy came to me trying to bother me, and I'm like, I know my rights. This is my land. Get the hell out of here, blah, 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 blah. So the police coming in as well, and I am telling them that this is my land. If this guy turns the land and says, she didn't take me to court. I was very straightforward, black and white, American way, blah, blah, blah. And I did end up in court. You know why? Because that guy felt his ego bruised. I bruised his ego. I display that I can take him on. I am the guy. I'm not the one to be messed with. I want to teach him a lesson. And you know what he did? He said, I am going to make your life a living hell. Although I know I'm not going to win this case, there is no way in hell I could win this case. I'm going to make sure you feel it, right? You feel it. For that reason, he took me to court and got an injunction on my property. And I'm telling you that I'm suffering. Though I know this is going to end at some point, it wasn't worth it. I could have prevented all of this by playing this way. So that was the surest way to fail in Ghana. If I didn't have the heart, I didn't have other sort of businesses, other sort of income, that was my failure, right? I'm strapped up and I'm going back to America and then let this case drag out. I was done because I invested huge sums of money in this property and I thought I knew my rights and I wasn't playing politics. It's totally different how I handle situations now. When somebody comes like, hey, this is my land, blah, blah, I'm like, oh, really? Is this your land? I'm sorry, but let's sit down. Let me see what you're talking about. I get it. I know this guy is, trying to get money from me or whatever it is. I'm not going to make it obvious that they're trying to steal money from me in Ghana because then it's just going to get worse, right? So I'm going to let you know that you got me. Like, I'll look into it tomorrow. I'm like, oh, come next week, drag them on. Right, because once they see, drag them, I know you came here with a transportation and blah 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 blah. So you take something small. Let me see you next week. I'm looking into it. And once you have all the facts that you need that the land is not this person's land, which I knew, you sit them down and be like, boss, I know life is hard in Ghana, and you are trying to eat. I understand this could be hard here, but this land is not yours. These are the evidences I have. But I know you've been through a lot. You spent a lot of money going through back and forth. But I can't pay for something that's not yours, right? So this is what I'm going to do. There's something small, or even nothing. Just talk to them, right? Just play with them. Don't be too harsh on them because a Ghanaian will really screw you up. just to have one up on you, even if that means they're going to lose money to do it. That's what I learned. If I would have handled the situation that way, right? I did sit down with a guy, but if I would have like, tossed him around and don't like let him know like I know my rights, blah blah, display, put him down, right? Defeat him in front of public eye, I wouldn't have been in court. It's not worth the pain. I was looking for justice, and I'm gonna get justice, but it was not worth the pain for a lot of people. It could easily be avoided. Uh, After that, we've handled multiple situations where it has been avoided. Right? Work was ongoing because we took the political route. If you are impatient in Ghana, you are going to lose your mind. You're going to fail. You're going to get frustrated because people take their time. Okay. People take their time. People could do the most dumbest stuff that even a 5-year-old kid would not do. And, you can wrap your mind around this. For example, you could show do on a construction site, you could show somebody to do something so simple, that's so straightforward. They will say, okay. And you come and they've done something totally different, created more damage. And you do have to be patient or you're going to knock somebody out, right? So a lot of stuff happen in Ghana. Like you go and order for your food, it's going to take a long time. People are just on their own time and you just have to be very calm and understanding. Not too much, but enough for you to not lose your sanity. Being impatient is just, you're not going to make it, right? Because let's say you want to, you bought land and you're trying to develop. In the States, in London, you buy something, it's straightforward. There's a science, it's straightforward. In Ghana, it's not, right? You try to touch the land, you have people playing politics with you, you have land guys coming in, blah, blah, blah. And you have to be patient and fight everybody off before you get to move forward. If not, you're going to run away, you're going to leave the land. And I could extrapolate this to a lot of other areas. It's just how it is. You try to register a business. It's not like, 7 days you got your business registration. It's not. You're going to go through hoops and loops and politics. Somebody's trying to get lunch money from you. It's just how it is. So impatience is the surest way to fail in Ghana. Another way to surely fail in Ghana is thinking that people have your best interest at heart. There is something known as fiduciary duty, usually in the banks and all this stuff. They're supposed to have your best interest at heart. It's on paper, and they can actually go to jail for this. Fiduciary duty. Forget the term in Ghana. People are in for their own good. I mean, everywhere you go, people are like that, but in Ghana, multiply that by 20. You need to pay attention to what people are saying and look through the hoops because everybody's out here to get you, right? So just trusting people easily, just, thinking people have your best interest at heart, what they say is what they're going to do. My friend, you're going to fail in Ghana. You have to have a skeptical mindset and look through the hoops. It's an art. Dance with them. See how it plays, right? People are very political here. Right, political, they will play politics. Boss, tomorrow, this and that and that. When somebody tell you I'm coming at 12 o'clock, they are not really coming at 12 o'clock. If you just want to believe what everybody says, like you take people for their words, like, I will do this and that, and you just believe that's what it is, then you are surely going to fail in Ghana. Another way to surely fail in Ghana is to walk into Ghana thinking that you know everything in the world. You are very arrogant. You walk in there, you think you know better than everybody here because you, my friend, grew up outside of Ghana. So you know so much. You're going to come in here and you're going to change everybody. You're going to change things around because they don't know how to do stuff. And you, my friend, you know it all, right? You know it all and you can't learn anything from them, my friend. With this attitude, you are surely going to fail in Ghana. As a matter of fact, Ghana will make sure that you fail it. The way to do things down here sometimes it's totally different. Even what they call other stuff down here might be different. For example, you might say hot sauce. They might have another name for it. You think yours is better because you've been speaking American English or London English, whatever. So you think yours is better. But it's a different environment. So you cannot come out here thinking you know everything and your way is the right way. You are surely going to fail. So what is the alternative? You got to know that this is a whole different territory. People act a certain way. People behave a certain way. People call certain stuff certain names that you might not be aware of. Your way might not be the right way to do it after all. Or there might be a different way to do what you think you know how to do it. So have an open mind and know that the person was absolutely wrong, what they're doing is stupid, doesn't make any sense, then you can correct them and teach them how to do it right. Right. So when somebody is trying to tell you something, listen to them and then analyze it and make your own judgment from that. Don't think that your way is the best way and you don't want to hear anybody's mouth and it's the right way to go and being bossy, arrogant, you know everything, blah, blah, blah. Ghanaians are going to screw you because what they hate here is arrogance. So people are really, really, really humble here, like overly humble, right? Because the moment they know that you are arrogant, they will purposely target you and make sure you fail. Another way to surely fail in Ghana is picking the wrong business partner. I think this can also fall into believing what people say they're going to do. Right? You meet somebody, they sell you a dream, they sell you a business idea that you think that they are the best, business partner they can possibly find. They will say a whole bunch of good stuff about themselves, pitch you on blah, 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 and you trusted them enough to give them money. You just got scammed, my friend. You just got scammed. Or they will actually do the business and screw you over in the long run, right? So you have to be really careful with picking your business partners. It's way many stories in Ghana than you can possibly think. But it's not just Ghana. This happens overseas as well, right? Picking a business partner is something that's really hard. You must look intensely and be very careful with who you partner with to do your business, especially if you have no intentions of actually spending a lot of time in Ghana and you trust that person. He's going to take care of everything and have your best interest at heart. That is not going to happen, my friend. You will get your butt handed to you. Another way to surely fail in Ghana is being stingy. It's a whole different world out here, my guys. You go to America or you go to London, where we all came from, right? You go to the bank, you collect your money, you walk out, you go, register your business, you finish, you walk out. Whatever it is, you do something, you walk out. Because we're all hustling here, right? We're all hustling. We understand the language. But when you come down here, things are a bit different. You got to have the soft hand, my friend. You got to let some of that moolah go. You got to feed some pockets from time to time. Hey, this is lunch money. Don't let them ask for it. Because Ghana is who you know, man, including the banks. Just taking money out, whatever it is, make sure people know who you are. Places that you know you're going to go often. You got to be strategic. It's political. It's an art. Like I said, it's an art. Launch money here, 50 cities for this person because you know you might need that person someday. A little favor here. You can't be stingy. You gotta let go. Because if you're stingy, Ghanaians love money. Everybody loves money, but multiply that by 20 over here. A little bit like 20 cities at a restaurant, they are very slow, right, with the orders, but they want to make sure you get your stuff on time the next time you go there, right? You walk in there, they remember who you are because people don't tip like that here. It's not mandatory. That's what I mean. It is not mandatory. So stuff like that, right? A little here, a little there is going to take you a long way in Ghana. Your life is going to be so much easier when you got the soft touch. You let it go, my friend. You're not used to it. It's a whole different way of living. Get used to it. So if you're stingy, you want to make sure everything is as it is, black and white. You're trying to be, this and that, my friend. You are surely to fail in Ghana. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, kindly do so. Like this video as it helps the algorithm. Comment in the middle what you think. And until next time, my friends, be legendary. Peace.